Welcome back. I've spent about half an hour making a heck of a bloody row with this mini grind here. I've ground away most of the patch that was crudely put on. What I've tried to do, I've tried to preserve as much of the original as possible. I'm not sure, I'll have to grind that. That might go into a hole, I'm not sure. But I want to preserve this curve. I don't want to cut it out. So what I've done, I've just been grinding the patch until it started. I haven't really ground the weld, as you can see it's still there, and I've just sort of ground away at the patch until the patch went thin enough that I could stab a screwdriver through and peel it, just sort of peel it back. Yeah, what a mess. Let's have a look. There's a last little bit down here. Let's see if we can break that off. Have I ground it thin enough? Let's see. Not really, no. But the metal underneath is so bad, there's nothing really much for it to stick to. That's going to break. There we go. Come on. Yeah, it's quite bad actually. This is the problem, you see, when people plate over the rust. There we go. It's a bit like putting Tipex on tooth decay. Let's pop this down. Let's have a look. My God. Shit. It didn't look like that a year ago. It really, it wasn't as bad as this. Yeah, that's actually quite a mess. Quite a mess. But this is the patch I really didn't want to keep. There we go. I'm not keeping it. It's got to go. I'll just get that off. Here we go. It's breaking away. But this lip is actually, I know it's covered in surface rust, but that's very good. That will grind up like the rest of it, nice shiny metal. So I'll be able to keep the original lip, which I thought was lost, but it's not. It might need a tiny bit of welding, possibly here, I don't know, but I'll grind that up, really bring it back. And I'm pretty sure we'll be able to save that, and I'll be able to save the curve. But of course, this has all got to be cut out and brand new metal welded in. I'm quite pleased with that actually. Let's have a look. Let's get this bloody patch off. What a mess. What a mess. Come on. It did make a heck of a row. Hopefully I haven't aggravated my neighbours too much. But here we go. It's about half an hour. Come on. Let's get that off. There we go. Yeah. Well, here we go. It's amazing, isn't it, that this passes the MOT just because it's got some foul, crappy old patch welded on. But yeah, no problem. I'll just, here we go, look at this, it's totally shot. But inside, I think it's pretty good. Yep, it's good metal inside. Obviously, I'll cut this right out. I'll leave nothing to chance. I'll grind it all away. I'll rust treat everything, get lots and lots of rust treater in there, get it all inside. I've got my finger inside now and it's very smooth. I can't feel even any surface rust. So once this is trimmed away, it won't look too shocking. I think we'll be okay. I do think we'll be okay. That's extremely sound. Where's my little hammer? I say little, it's a bloody... No, that's all. No, that's all sound. That would have just fallen to pieces if I'd have hit that if it was rusty. Well, it is rusty, it's surface rust, but if it was rotten, it would just be falling out like this. No, 100% this flange can be saved, as can the curve. We've got MIG weld here on top of good metal, so I'll grind the MIG off and I'll take the rot out towards that MIG. It won't come up to the MIG. What I was saying before is I'll cut it right out up here, but I'm then sort of cutting into the curve. I want to keep the curve, and as we can see, I can definitely keep this curve. I will cut probably about 10 mil away from the MIG weld and grind the MIG weld flat. And yeah, I thought I was going to have to rebuild this flange as well, so I'm absolutely thrilled. Even though this looks a horror show, it's massively better than I thought. I thought I'd lost the curve, and I also thought I'd lost the flange. I get to keep both. All I've got to do is replace this section here, and a lot of this is underneath, and there's no shape in it. It's actually flat, and I'll be able to seam weld into that corner there. So because it's on a fold, it won't distort really at all. You know, or if it does, it'll be minimal, and I'll be able to easily dress that with lead afterwards. So let me go and get my tin snips, and I'll snip some of this out. I won't I don't think I'm going to try and film that, because it's awkward. I'm lying on my back, and the camera's mounted, well, it's in my hand at the moment, but it'll be mounted behind my head. You'll be able to see the back of my head, but you won't be able to see me do very much. But I'm just gonna, let's just get rid of some of this rust, get good metal on display. And it'd be nice if I can dress it all up and get some rust treatment into that sill, push it right in, Genelite I think I've got, and give this metal as much of a chance as I possibly can. So once we've got a bit on the wheel arch there, when I start grinding away, start ripping the paint off, that will go into a hole. That's going to have to be trimmed, but it's only mine. I'm not worried about that. These are relatively cosmetic. I'm not too worried about them at all.